everyone. I am back, and yes, I am alive. My name is Purple Queen Star 3. If you guys are back to the channel, thank you for waiting so patiently. If you guys are new to the channel, hi, how are ya? How are you doing? Today we are playing Harmony, the Fall of Reverie. I didn't start this game off like I usually do because I wanted to make sure the camera was working. It's been a long time since I played this. I've been so distracted by some other games I've been playing called Bear and Breakfast and Witchwood. Believe it or not, they are some very interesting games. They give you tasks to do. Oof, these are a lot. Forgot where we left off, honestly. I know last love died. First of all, don't want to do with any of this. Glory and Chaos were being very respectful for Harmony's well-being, her state of mind, especially Chaos. I was a little surprised that Chaos was being very respectful to Harmony since her stepdad died. So yeah, that felt like out of character for me, but it was very nice of them. I said them. I need to remember that Chaos is they, them, not him. Like truth. And I think, yeah, Bond is him. He, him. Okay, let's get started. What time is it? Okay, I can't be on this for too long. Can't be on this for too long. Gotta get ready for work, even though I come in at 3.
I think now is a good time to try boosting morale. Right before battles, great leaders often tell stories or make influential speeches.
I'm not a leader, and definitely not a great one.
May I remind you that you're the only one in touch with Reverie? Your scope of action is much larger than everyone else's. I don't doubt that it's uncomfortable, but people look to you for a reason. It's about the darkest days of Athena, a time when the Oxyon civilization was on the brink of collapse. I think we should try sharing it with people.
Okay. Probably not. Or that. And, well, it's not like I can play those two anyway, so might as well go fast.
There was a war? In Reverie?
Apparently. It doesn't go into details, but it seems the fall of the Oxyon culture set something off across the divide. The aspirations turned on each other. It was quite brutal, it seems.
They never told me.
I guess they didn't want to heap any more pressure on you.
Me?
You. The Oracle. They couldn't find a way to end the conflict, so they created the first Oracle. In turn, the Oracle chose a new heart, and the war ended. Of course, until this week, I thought it was all a metaphor. A parable on trust or something.
And here I was, thinking all copies of that little ditty were destroyed. I'll have to tell Power. It'll send him loopy.
It ends with the aspirations vowing to help Athena in return for the Oracle's aid. Sounds familiar.
I see what you're doing.
Me?
You. Maybe it would do everyone some good. To hear that what we're going through has happened before, and that everything turned out okay.
That's why stories exist, right? Community. A way to share experiences and to shape the collective imagination, to inspire. You coming?
Yeah. Just give me a minute. I think I'm going to go straight to the source on this one. Come on. I know you're there.
Oh, no fair! You cheated! All those powers of yours.
Oracle? Comes with a title. You were listening?
Only a bit. Well, a lot.
Want to tell me about it?
I don't know. The others might get all moody. They don't like talking about it. It's all ancient history this, and water under the bridge that. Then again, perhaps a story might not be the worst idea.
Yeah, I think you're right.
You gotta inspire these people. Nope. Nope.
The stage is yours.
Hi, everyone. So this is an old Oxyon story that, well, I think it might be just what we all need right now.
Oh, let me tell it! Do! Go on, I'm ever so good. Pragmatic is my middle name. Not really, of course. It's Suzanne.
What?
At first, there was nothing.
At first, there was nothing.
Very nice, good diction. There was nothing for a very long time indeed. And then, there was me. Chaos was born! The first aspiration born from humanity. You see, we're not creators, we're not gods. We're concepts. Your concepts, made real by the collective subconscious. As the first Homo sapiens looked out into the world, all they saw was chaos, unrest, freedom, unlimited possibility. From that possibility came me. I helped them make sense of the world, embrace the limitless, appreciate the boundless potential.
Then I came along. I taught humanity how amazing community could be. How sticking together made everything a little bit nicer, you know? Every time you lot take a new turn, one of us lot is bored.
And for a long time, it was just the two of us, wasn't it, you little gremlin?
That's right. I was the warm fire after a hunt, or a newborn's first squeal.
And I was the growl in the night, the open plain ready to be explored.
And after that, well...
Well, indeed. Things may have gotten a little out of hand.
I don't know, let's tell the story better.
The War of the Aspirations. It began... I cannot say how it began. Several have claimed the title of instigator. But the first blood was drawn between chaos and power.
That doesn't surprise me.
In a sense, it was inevitable. By our very nature, we attract opposition. Chaos desired greater freedom for reverie, and so they hoped to abolish the heart. Power disagreed. His army lay siege to the labyrinth of chaos.
Army? Power mentioned something about an army before.
With enough egregor, we are able to conjure familiars, or split ourselves into 1,000 willing facets. Power used both. But chaos laid their traps well, and their trickery ate away at power's advance. They say truth is often the first casualty of war. And so it almost was for us. They attempted to break the deadlock, on whose side I cannot recall, and they paid a heavy price. For my own part, I tried to stem the tide of hostility, but no one would listen. Those were dark days indeed.
It was rather horrid. You saw what happened. When you rescued me from that misery pit and removed the Heart of Reverie, all hell broke loose. We were all afraid it was only a matter of time until the fighting broke out again.
Reverie and Brittle are mirrors. The state of one affects the other. And in the island of Atina, we found the keystone between the two realms. Was it we who caused the downfall of the Oxyons? Or was it the waning of their culture that forced us to war? Impossible to know. The bond between our realms is not a single strand, but an endless sea of connections.
That whole mess and this one are perfect examples of why we needed an oracle. When you can't rely on causality, at least you can get a second opinion.
Someone to choose the heart. Someone to help shape the direction of Reverie.
Someone to become the heart behind the heart. An observer and a guide.
Worked out pretty well, I'd say.
Go on then. You've got them in the palm of your what's-it. Don't lose them. Maybe talk about the first oracle. What were they like? Why did they choose who they chose?
Good luck with that. Can't imagine you getting anything worth repeating out of this bunch. Or at least nothing coherent. Everyone's got an opinion.
It's like our story, isn't it? We did our part. Now it's up to you to bring it home.
Oh, it doesn't end! No stories end! They just peter out. Look, I can tell you this much. For every cycle of humanity, each time there's a big old change in your world, a new aspiration is born.
We're well overdue for a new one. Like, really, it's been ages.
Where the story goes from here? Well, I suppose that's up to you now. Consensus. That's what we need. On the type of aspiration who should rule over the next stage of history. Who were the oracles? How did you choose them? Did you even choose at all? What do you want from me? Really? So, nothing's changed, has it? I'll have to figure this out by myself.
Harmony, wait!
Don't call me that!
The truth is, we chose the first oracle out of desperation.
We needed them.
We needed their guidance.
We needed an end to the war. An end we were unable to bring about ourselves.
So, that's all they were? A tool?
Initially, yes.
But then, well, we realized you're all right, you lot. Humanity.
You may not believe this, but it turned out we'd been so obsessed with our own affairs that we'd completely overlooked everything in Brittle.
And so the arrangement became permanent, and the oracles became a guiding hand on the rudder of Reverie.
Not leaders, but advisors.
Major domos.
Producers.
Friends!
But what about me? What do you want from me?
That, I'm afraid, is up to you. What kind of oracle you choose to become is not up to us. It is the very nature of the agreement that you continue as your own person.
Right? Right. Well, in that case, I'm going to be...
Cheers for everyone.
As the Oracle, I want to be empathetic. As the Oracle, I want to feel what others feel, and consider how others will react. Every decision must be for the benefit of the many, not the few. I will be dedicated to causes greater than myself. Previous oracles were peacemakers, decision makers. I want to look further than that. I want to look at the whole, not the pieces. Guide the aspirations toward the end, not the means.
There were other oracles who took this road. The very first, in fact. They built the sanctuaries, private places, where each aspiration could be separate from the others. Places where we could feel safe, unthreatened. The war did not end immediately, but its intensity lessened as we were given the space for rational thought. It was an idea we could never have conceived of.
But then, how did they end the war?
There was only one possibility. They also had to bring peace to Brittle.
Did I say something funny?
You looked like you were reading from a script, talking about the first oracle.
I didn't realize. But I don't think any of it was particularly funny. Hey,
Nothing. Sorry. We just.
Honestly, all the history is interesting, but it's not primetime stuff, you know? We want to hear about actions. Real stuff we can work on, stuff that can make a difference. Like, how did this first oracle settle the conflicts in Brittle?
Going by the folks here, the Prescients, the Oracle must have been pretty powerful. Definitely powerful enough to stop a war.
Alright guys, that's all the time I have. Please like, comment, and subscribe. I'm sorry if this took so long. Went on vacation with my aunt to see some family members over at a picnic for fraternity. Long story short, it was really good. I took some pictures with my Polaroid. My aunt called it a Barbie toy. In a way, it kind of is a Barbie toy because, well, it's cute and it's lavender. Believe it or not, some of my family members laughed at it because it looked like a toy. Believe it or not, I've also been distracted by playing Witchwood and Bear and Breakfast. I've also been on TikTok looking for other witch games, cozy witch games I could play in the future, and I recently came across this game called Rieka. It's a, how can I say this? It's a European 19th century. It's a European game that takes place in the 19th century where you play as a witch, crafting potions, having your familiars do all the work, and where you also are the apprentice of old ass time Baba Yaga. You know, the lady with the hut and with chicken legs. Yeah. Every single time I think of Baba Yaga's hut with the chicken legs, I think of the owl house and the chicken legs. Yeah, that was a pretty good episode. Anyways, if you have TikTok, make sure you guys check it out if you're into cozy witch games where you can craft potions, help out, or harm the townspeople. If this game is coming out in 2024, and when it comes out, I'm going to help people instead of harming them. I prefer helping people instead of harming them because if I ever harm the townspeople, I will feel guilty about it and think about what a monster I become. But that's just me. Of course, some of the people who look this game up are going to play as a bad witch. But hey, how can you resist playing as a bad witch? If I were gonna play as a bad witch, it was just because how the townspeople looked upon me. So yeah, I can't wait for 2024. I can't wait for the mermaid game where you It's an indie game, same as Rieka. So yeah, that's gonna be pretty fun in the future. Maybe I'll buy it and play it for you guys in the future. There's also another game called Blacktail? No, it was Blacktail. Where you play as Yaga, the witch trying to find her sister. Where it's kind of a mix of Tomb Raider and what was that? Oh yeah, BioShock. So yeah, it looked like a very fun game. I'm gonna have to buy that in the future. Not now though. Yeah, not now. I'm sorry if I'm stumbling off my words. Don't forget, if I read it off a script, it'll just sound like crud. It'll sound like crap. Yeah, it'll sound like dog doo-doo. Trust me, my grammar is total crap. So, you know what to do. Like, comment, and subscribe. It is 2023. Let's all be respectful. Not, you know, let's not be mean to each other. So yeah, you know what to do. Like, comment, subscribe. Said that 3 times. Good vibes all around, and yeah. Bye.